What's going on YouTube? Welcome to another episode of the Friday Vape Club. As always, your host Squidly, back for another review for you. How are you all doing today? It's a great day. So today we are going to be doing another review for you. This is the Barra by Advken. This looks like a disposable sub-ohm tank, but it is in fact not a disposable sub-ohm tank, funnily enough. So this thing here, it's just a little plastic sub-ohm tank. Released by Advken, pretty relatively cheap. We're going to take a real quick look at this thing. There's actually nothing really to look at, but I'll give you some information and we'll go from there. So yeah, check out the video. Please like, please share, please subscribe. Comment down below. Have you tried one of these? Do you like disposables? Do you like sub-ohm tanks? What's your favorite? I don't know. Comment. Just drop a comment. Yeah, let's roll that intro. So these all look very similar, don't they? And you would think that they are all exactly the same, but they're not. 3 of these are disposable. You've got the Fat Kiwi, you've got the OG Sikari, and you've got the Jewel, I think it was. They are disposable, meaning you use them till the coil burns out and then you throw them in the bin. The one exception to that rule is the Barra, and that is what this thing is. It looks like a disposable, but it is not a disposable. It is actually a sub-ohm tank where you can replace the coils. Couple of specs on this. It is 24 millimeters. The top section here is made from food grade PCTG acrylic. It does have a stainless steel base, which is where you screw the coil into. It does have a 4 mil liquid capacity. And it does come with 2 different coils. All right, let's take a look at the top. Up here, this is your drip tip. It is fixed. However, you are able to fit a 510 drip tip in the top if you so desire. Over here, this little pluggy thing, this is to fill up your liquid. Look at that. It looks just like a disposable. You got the little grommet like the disposables do. Moving down to the airflow. So you've got your AFC. It's really easy to change the airflow on this. Quite smooth. And a massive hole. Fully open is how I really enjoy this. And then you've got usual, bottom of device bullshit. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy. Now when you unscrew this, just like so, the screw connection is not made at the base, but rather through the chimney section onto the top of your coil. So this is one of the coils. Let's take a quick look at this. That's massive wick ports on the outside. This is the 1.6 ohm, which is good from 60 to 80 watts. It is made of Kanthal, which is kind of cool. And that's what it looks like on the inside. Nice little meshy mesh coil. Digging it. Very easy and simple to take out. You just literally unscrew and it screws off from the base. You get an O-ring on the bottom of the coil, so you're creating that nice seal. That's it. That's it. You got a floating 510 pin, so please do not use this on mechanical devices. But that's it. That's all you get. Screws on like so. Done and dusted. Hey, hey, hey. Pretty bloody cool. Okay, so let's take a look at the packaging. All right, you get 2 different types of packaging. This blister pack comes with just the Barra, no coils. You just get the top section and the airflow. That's it. You chuck your own coils in there, and that is relatively cheap. That's what it looks like, but pretty straightforward, pretty good to just chuck one of these in your glove box just in case you ever need a replacement tank. And then this is the main packaging. This is what it looks like on the front. You get all this usual back of box bullshit on the back, and when you pop it open, you don't really get anything other than you get an Advken card. That's about it. And inside here, this is where your Advken Barra sits. It does have a coil inside, and you do get a replacement coil here. So this is the original one. This is the 2 ohm mesh coil head that I've got in here. It is still going strong a week and a half later. And then I have got the 0.16 in this one, the spare one, which I'll just bang right back in there like so. There you go. You don't need anything else with it. There's no instruction manual. It's pretty self-explanatory. That goes on there like that. That goes on there like that. Done and dusted. The Barra by Advken. Let's jump back up top. Let's do pros, cons, price, and if I would recommend this thing or not. I've got the Barra sitting on top of the Gen. This is the 0.2 ohm coil head that I have got in here. Got some Bule Bolu on the inside. Yeah, banana land. And I'm gonna take this for a vape. 70 watts on the dial. Oh yeah. You've probably already picked up on one of the cons, but if you haven't, let's just play that again for you. She's a whistler. All right. So let's talk about the pros for this thing. Okay, first cab off the rank. Flavor of these coil heads. I had pretty low expectations, and it surpassed those low expectations. I don't know why I had low expectations. I have tried other like kind of disposable sub-ohm tanks, and they didn't really do it for me. And I was really shocked by the decency of the flavor from this thing. It's quite up there with sub-ohm tanks. I think the coil heads that they've got in here, the Advken coil heads, are pretty bloody good. Very flavorful, especially this 0.2 ohm. The other pro about the Advken Barra is that it takes other coils. So if you can't get the Advken coils for this, it will take 3 other coil types. I've got them here in my notes. Let me just get to this. The Vaporesso GT mesh coil head, so you can pop them in here. The E-Leaf HW series coil heads will also fit in here, and the Geek Vape Super Mesh coil heads will all fit in here. So if you don't like the Advken coil heads, you can choose the other coil heads. And let me tell you, the GT Mesh by Vaporesso are sensational coil heads. And that in this, perfect. The other cool thing about this thing is because it's made of plastic, you don't have to worry about glass smashing. You don't have to worry about a sub-ohm tank. So this is kind of made for people like me who are idiots who knock over sub-ohm tanks and smash them. That's cool. I don't have to worry about that anymore. Which is a like first world problem for me. I'm clumsy as fuck, and I knock tanks over all the time, and I can't tell you how many glass sections I've gone through. So that's awesome. It means I don't have to be as delicate with mods and tanks as I once was. One last thing for this, it is absolutely cheap. It is cheap as shit. So if you're after a spare sub-ohm tank, you want to chuck one in your car just in case, there you go. Problem solved, mate. Done. So there are the pros out of the way. Let's talk about the cons, shall we? There is only one con for this, and that is the bloody noise it makes when you vape it. With the airflow fully open, she's got a little whistle. When I say a little whistle, I mean a fucking loud whistle. If you're vaping this thing around a neighborhood full of dogs, you're gonna start hearing the barking. It's a bloody noisy whistle. Let's give it one more time for you. I don't know. That fucking whistle. And it just gets higher pitched as you close that airflow off. Is that a deal breaker for me? Not really. Not really. So it might be for you. Comment down below. Is it for you? Is that going to be a deal breaker? Well, let me just tell you how much this thing cost, and let's see if that really is a deal breaker. So let's talk about the price. So what is the Advken Barra mesh tank going to set you back? It's a little bit of Google foo around the internet, and I found it on sale here for 2 prices actually. One is $25, and that's with the box and the coil, or for $15 you just get the tank, no coil. So for $25 you're getting a sub-ohm tank and 2 coils. That is absolutely ridiculous. It is worth buying it just as a spare tank that will not break. So if I had to give this thing a rating out of best device ever, worst device ever, nothing in between, just best or worst, it is going in that best category because it is cheap, it is flavorful, and it ain't gonna break on you. What else do you want? When you're talking about perfect vape gear, nothing better. Absolutely nothing better. So yeah, that's it. That's all I've got for you guys today. I really hope you enjoy it. Like always, please like, please share, please subscribe, drop a comment down below, and keep it cloudy, YouTube. Keep it cloudy.
A Gotta Slut production.